Colleagues kept leaving documents at my desk without identification, so I threw them away as trash. I work reception at a mid-size insurance office handling incoming mail and internal documents going upstairs to claims. The system is dead simple. Hand me stuff directly, or leave it in the wire basket on my desk with a sticky note that has your name and department. That way if something's unclear, I can call you back. But at least 3 times a week, I'd come back from lunch or the bathroom and find random papers just sitting there, with no note, no name, no context. I'd waste 20 minutes walking around asking who left what, and half the time nobody would even claim it. So I made a new rule. If it's not in the basket with a name, it goes in the shredder at end of day. I put up a laminated sign that said, "Unmarked documents will be discarded." It worked for most people, except Kevin from accounting. Kevin was mid-30s, always wore the same blue polo, and had this habit of standing way too close when he talked. 6 months ago, I reported him to HR for asking creepy questions like whether I lived alone, if I had a boyfriend, what time I left work. HR gave him a warning. He stopped talking to me entirely after that, but unmarked documents kept appearing on my desk. One afternoon, I came back from break and found a thick envelope sitting there, not in the basket. I waited an hour for someone to call. Nobody did. I shredded it. 2 hours later, Kevin stormed up to my desk. "Did you get the expense reports I left?" "Nothing was in the basket. I left them right here." He pointed at my desk. "If there's no name, I can't process it." His face went red. "That was 3 weeks of reports. You just threw them away?" I shredded them. There was no identification. He started yelling about how I was sabotaging him, how I had it out for him since the HR complaint. My boss, Mr. Hal, came down to see what the commotion was. Kevin said I was intentionally destroying his work. Hal asked what happened. I explained the no-name rule. Hal told Kevin, "She's right. That's been the system for years. Put your name on it next time." Kevin left, but the look he gave me made my stomach turn. Week later, another envelope with no name. I shredded it. Kevin came back furious, dragged Hal into it again, claimed he'd written his name on the envelope this time. I said I never saw one. Hal checked the shredder bin and found the pieces. No name anywhere on it. He told Kevin to be more careful, but Kevin didn't stop. Over the next month, it happened 4 more times. Each time he swore he'd labeled it. Each time there was nothing. He started sending emails to HR saying I was targeting him. HR called me in for a meeting. They asked if I was deliberately throwing out Kevin's stuff. I said no. Same rule for everyone. They asked for proof. I didn't have any. Just my word against his. That's when Hal said, "Let me check something." Security camera above the vending machine near my desk doesn't point directly at my workspace, but it catches the corner. Hal pulled footage from the last month. First clip showed Kevin walking up while I was gone, holding a document with a sticky note on it. Right before setting it down, he peeled the sticky note off, folded it, put it in his pocket, then placed the document on my desk outside the basket. Second clip, same thing. Peels off the note, pockets it, sets down the unmarked document. Third clip, he does it again, but looks directly at the camera for a second, like he suddenly remembered it was there. Hal called Kevin into his office with HR present, played the footage. Kevin tried saying he was testing whether I'd follow up on unmarked documents, that he was proving I wasn't doing my job properly. Hal asked why he lied about labeling them then. Kevin went quiet. They fired him 2 days later for deliberately creating a hostile work environment and attempting to frame a coworker. HR reviewed everything, including my prior harassment complaint. The pattern was clear. Week after Kevin got fired, someone from accounting told me he'd been bragging for months about building a case to get me let go. He thought if he could make it look like I was losing important documents and costing the company money, they'd fire me and he'd be vindicated after the HR complaint.